I had a lady one night in the middle of my set, we start praying for people and someone's bawling their eyes out and like uncontrollably crying, like screaming. We're like, what's going on over there? My buddy has the mic at this point. I'd step back for a second and he goes over and she's like hovering over this lady. She's going, you have to hear her story. There's this young woman who's like kneeling at the altar, just bawling her eyes out. We're like, okay, like she can't even talk. So it was like, can you share her story? And she's like, she was in an accident 20 years ago and she had metal rods in her legs. And so she's never been able to bend her legs since then. So she's stuck. Her legs are stuck straight. Meanwhile, I'm looking down at her.
She's kneeling at the altar.
She said her greatest prayer since then is that she would one day be able to kneel in the presence of God and worship on her knees. And she is uncontrollably weeping and crying out and just worshiping. We were shaken. Like she bent her legs. There were metal rods. This is why I have a song that I said, I've seen metal plates dissolve.
Wow.
I've seen cancer disappear. I've seen metal plates dissolve. Don't you tell me he can't do it. Don't you tell me he can't do it. I've seen families reunited. I've seen mental health restored. I've seen addicts finally free. It's a song called Too Good to Not Believe. And it's my personal journey of the testimonies. Like each one of those have a name, but they're real people. One woman on our tour, this was after the night ended and there was still prayer going on outside of a show. There was a lady who brought her daughter and she's blind in one eye. This is the only time I've actually ever seen this. And several of our friends prayed for her, and it was the last guy who prayed for her. All of a sudden, she starts screaming, and she's like, go get my daughter, go get my daughter. She's like, she needs to know I can see again. She's like, I can see. And she's literally like, my eyesight is coming back. And like her eyesight was restored.
Are you serious?
We had a lady who came in a walker with her grandson and her husband. We prayed for her, and all of a sudden, she stood straight up. Her grandson said, I've never known my grandma to stand up straight. I've never seen her like that. She's always been stuck bent over. She went to the bathroom. She came out hysterically laughing and just rejoicing. She's like, I peed by myself. I didn't need help. Like, it's the crazy
Wow.
thing. So expectancy is the breeding ground for miracles. If you want to see it, at least start asking God for it.